Ladies and gentlemen, it's Titoclock. So please welcome your host, James Deacon.
Hi, baby! Titoclock Studios is alive. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the show. Hi. Oh, where are you guys? How you doing? Where are you doing it from? And well, hello. I'm supposed to block X over here. There you go. There you go. Keep X's identity. You want more music? Okay, we're gonna try this. How about that? Better? Ayun. What's up, folks? All the way through till 6 p.m. We got another pretty big show lined up for you, and I'll tell you why. Because aside from all of the raffle prizes that we announced, we have a bunch, please. A bunch, please. I mean, a bunch of raffle prizes. Let me check what we got here. We got, of course, the Tom Sawyer's chicken. That's coming up later on the show. We've got some PPEs to give away and some Greens from the South gift packs. These are really nice cooking stuff that you can use, and really, really cool. So that plus what else we got there? 2 winners of Greens from the South, and then of course, yeah, the Tom Sawyers and stuff like that. So welcome to the show. We've got let's say hi to a few people who are tuned in out there. Where is Tito Rocket? Ay, Myla. You know, I'm starting to take this personally now. I'm just saying, because it's always rocket, 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 and you know, I'm just starting to hurt. You know, it's leaving the mark. Just saying. Okay, I'm just kidding. Rocket's floating around here somewhere. You know, when he'll be here. He's here. He'll just either runs to his own beat. He dances to his own tune, and he'll just show up when he shows up. So, but he's somewhere walking around. I think the kids are playing with him in the room because they got no school today, so they're visiting the studios, and just, you know, Rocket's it's raffle day, so he's got to be here. All right, let's say hi first. Who else we got there? Myla says, haha, mas pogi pa yung tatay ni Rocket. Ha, wag nagtampo. It's too late for that. It's Tampo City over here. Rennie Abenahar first. Wow, I hope you were. Who else we got there? Keep them coming, keep them coming. Who's handling the comments? Is X or Y? We're stuck on Rennie. I can't say hi to anyone else because we're stuck on Rennie. Anyway, there we go. Jared Hermones, Mari Tony, Marty Tarosa, John Cedric Reyes. John, well, okay, now it's moving too fast. Anyway, you get the drift. Now that we said hello, now that we did our little greetings and stuff, told you what's coming up, I guess now it's time for the latest in headlines. And for that, we need Chris. Chris, what you got there?
Hi, Tito James. Good afternoon, Tito Clockers. Hope we're all having a good week. And here are today's headlines. The U.S. election is showing a sharp contrasting posture of the candidates as the nation and the world waited to learn which man would collect the 270 electoral votes needed to capture the presidency. Biden offered reassurances that the counting could be trusted, projecting a more presidential appearance while urging patience from Americans. Trump pursued legal options with little success. He pushed unsupported allegations of electoral misconduct in a series of tweets and insisted the ongoing vote count of ballots submitted before and on election day must cease. Trump made similar claims about election integrity during the 2016 campaign, which he went on to win. This time, he was speaking not as a candidate, but as the sitting president of the United States. Biden took a different tact, speaking briefly to reporters after attending a COVID-19 briefing. He is asking everyone to stay calm, that the process is working, and that it is the will of the voters. University of the Philippines mathematics professor Guido David of the Octa Research Group said the government must be ready to immediately respond to an uptick of new cases to prevent a surge during the Christmas season, as more people may likely go out and mingle after months of strict quarantine measures. The Octa Research Group is composed of independent experts from UP, University of Santo Tomas, and Providence College in the United States. Its latest report stressed that the downward trends in the Philippines and Metro Manila can be easily reversed, citing current outbreaks in Europe and the United States. David agreed with the position of Metro Manila mayors to return the general community quarantine status in the region until the end of the year. Octa urged the national and local governments to strictly monitor and enforce compliance with minimum health standards. The Department of Health issued guidelines on how to safely celebrate the Christmas holidays. The European Union has announced a rapid emergency humanitarian aid of 63 million pesos for families affected by Typhoon Rolly that devastated many parts of Luzon. The contribution will support the Filipino people through European Union's humanitarian partners on the ground who are providing critical support to those hit hardest by the strongest typhoon this year. Typhoon Rolly was the world's strongest typhoon this year and the most devastating since Yolanda in 2013. The funding is part of the European Union's emergency response tool, also known as ALERT. European Union taps ALERT for responding to large natural disasters where over 100,000 people or over half of the population are affected. Depending on the type of disaster, the aim is to allocate funds within 24 to 48 hours of the onset of the emergency. The United Kingdom also announced it is preparing £1 million for people affected by Raleigh in the Philippines and Vietnam. Chinese mobile application TikTok has retained its popularity in various countries despite national security concerns raised by the United States and India. The analysis of App Store data showed that the ongoing controversies facing Chinese mobile application TikTok seem to have little effect on its meteoric rise in different parts of the world, including the Philippines. Despite an ongoing legal battle over a possible ban, a new report released by meta-search website iPrice Group noted that most of TikTok's downloads this year were based in the United States, with 100 million American users. Following the US with the most number of TikTok downloads this year were Thailand, Vietnam, Germany, Canada, and Indonesia. TikTok is still the most downloaded application in the entertainment category in the country this year, followed by streaming applications Netflix and View. The center of severe tropical storm Sione crossed the island of Misanga in Itbayat, Batanes at around 7:50 a.m. today, according to the Philippine Atmospheric Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, or PAG-ASA. Sione is forecast to exit the Philippine area of responsibility this Friday night. Afterward, it will turn southwestward Saturday morning over the sea to the southwest of Taiwan and move over the West Philippine Sea towards the Helens area, according to PAG-ASA. Beyond this 24-hour period, the storm is forecast to significantly weaken. Tropical cyclone wind signal number 2 remains raised in Batanes and Babuyan Islands. TCWS number 1 is raised in the following area in Luzon: northern portion of mainland Cagayan, including Santa Ana, Gonzaga, Lalo, Alacapan, Santa Teresita, Uguay, Camalanigan, Apari, Ballesteros, Abulog, Pamplona, Sanchez Mira, Claveria, and Santa Pracedes. Northern portion of Apayao, including Santa Marcela, Luna, Calanasan, and northern portion of Ilocos Norte, including Adams, Pagudpod, Bangi, Dumalneg, Burgos, Bintar, Pasukin, and Bacara. PAG-ASA warned that flooding and rain-induced landslide may occur during heavy or prolonged rainfall, especially in areas identified as highly or very highly susceptible to these hazards. Casey Concepcion greeted her dad, Gabby Concepcion, on his 56th birthday. Casey posted her birthday greeting on Instagram, accompanied with a father and daughter photo when she was still a baby. Casey also expressed happiness that they now have time to stay close. While she is now an independent woman, Casey admitted she will always need her dad. Gabby, on his Instagram account, thanked those who greeted him on his birthday and even shared his birthday cake virtually to those celebrating the same birthday. Casey is Gabby's daughter with actress Sharon Cuneta. And those were today's headlines. Now let's take a look at the inbox, Tita James.
Let's see
Time
what
for
we got.
your most favorite part of the show. Yes, yes. First up we have is the car hack parking
Oh, is this the
during
video?
flood.
Okay,
I
let
think
me
that
see.
it's a series of photos.
Yeah.
There we go. So that's how you park your car so that it will
You
not
know,
swim in the flood.
fair enough, but how did it get up there? This is
Not
baffled
so sure.
internet. How did it? What's the? Where did? How? Somebody explain how. I mean, I think it's ingenious, and we applaud it and all that. But how? That's bizarre. But and while you're trying to prevent your car from getting flooded, the damage that you could cause if those hollow blocks break or if that chair breaks. But you know what?
Yeah,
Makes for good internet.
I know. All right, up next. Let's have the social distance parking. There we
Or
go.
social and distancing.
Social. Yes, social. Social. Social nga nila.
I don't know what the backstory is here, right? But look at the parking spots, right? I don't know if this is a corporate spot or whatever, but really it's too deep inside. Like when you park, you see how you can park one car in front and one car in front of that. So they're technically
Yeah,
taking up, I guess, for four slots or something. But anyway,
I
who knows?
know.
Maybe they own the whole building. Maybe we're prejudging them and they own a whole building and that they can park anywhere they want. I don't know.
That is possible. Maybe. I
But
don't know.
we do.
It's still pasaway.
Anyway, yeah,
Now let's have
somebody
the
said
yeah.
they can throw a
Now let's
rocket
have
into
the
space.
plate of the year.
Yeah, SpaceX was able to launch a rocket into space and then make it
Yeah.
land right on the X, right? And you two can't park within the line. I mean, we're
I
there already. We're
know.
2020, where you can bring it back down from space into a little tiny X, and you can't park between the lines. And I'm sure both of these cars have reverse sensors and cameras and stuff like that. But let's move on. Let's move on, shall
Let's
we?
move on. All right.
Friday,
Up
goodbye.
next is the plate of the year. Here we go.
Woo! We
2020
win.
WTF.
This is like either time traveling guy or this is somebody that just oh my gosh, it was just look at that. That plate's going to be worth a lot of money, I said, or it'll be worth nothing, but nothing in between, right? It's either going to be worth a fortune or a pittance, but I can't see it being anything in between because that's too funny.
I
Ah,
know.
yeah, yeah. What else we got there?
All right. Next we have is to how to park like a boss. I think I saw
This
this in your
dude,
post.
this guy, man, whoa, look, he's broken the internet
Ang galing.
and for good reason, man. This is just, did you see the video? If you haven't
Yeah, I
seen the
did
video,
see it. I saw it, I
okay,
think, yesterday. Ang
okay,
galing.
for those of you who haven't seen the video, go back to the page. It's only like three or four down, maybe, from this last post, and you'll see this guy built. Well, he built it. You'll see him backing into it. Like he has to back up without mirrors because he has to fold the mirrors. It's that tight, and he gets it all the way up there. And then, of course, people are wondering, how does he get out? Right? How does he get
The
out? Have you
ultimate
thought about
question.
that? Well, yes, he opens the trunk and he gets out because it's a hatchback, so he's able to sneak out through the back there. Really, really clever, and kudos to this guy. I don't encourage anyone else to do this, by the way. I'm just saying kudos and,
Yes,
and whatever because it's amazing to look at, but I would not recommend doing this. This is very, very tricky and very, very dangerous. But
I
hey, he
know.
made it work. He made it work.
Any
He wasn't
Pinoy's creativity. Ang
exactly.
galing.
You got anything else there?
All right. Last up is the sticker inquiry. There we
Oh,
go.
ano,
To
sa MV America, nalagay ni Sir Brazo, hindi mahuli-hulin. What? I'm
parang para
confused.
ma-exempt siya. Parang ganun yata yung pagkakaintindi ko.
Okay,
So
so
that
he's
to be
saying,
exempted.
So
from
he's
parking
saying,
anywhere.
na nakalagay ng sticker sa auto par, hindi mahuli. Is he asking whether he can do it or did he notice a car that's doing it? My Tagalog is failing me.
Um, I think he's asking if there is such a sticker wherein he will get exempted to park anywhere without getting clamped. I think that's it.
No, 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 no. But you can get the Kamote sticker and you can park anywhere. Yeah, but it won't mean won't get a ticket, but you'll just everyone will know you're a Kamote certified because you'll have a sticker. So that's about as much as
Yeah,
I can help you there.
that's
Oh,
true.
thanks, Kristen. That's all you got. I hope you have a great
Yes, that's
weekend.
all I got. Thank you. You too, Tito James, and everybody. Have a good weekend, and God bless. Bye.
And that was Chris with the latest in headlines and, of course, the inbox. And that was kind of bizarre. By the way, we have the latest, most accurate information about election 2020. Breaking news. I'll share it with you now. We still don't know who's going to win. And that's because that's what everyone knows, right? So nobody claims to know more than the other because this election 2020 is going. Have you been following it? Who's been following that? Because it's been, I don't know if it's ever been this close, and the fact that it's been the biggest turnout in U.S. history for voting, and it's still down to the wire. I mean, we're talking about some states down to, I think, 1,800 votes. Imagine 1,800 votes that you're going to come down to in a presidential election. It's just crazy and bizarre. Then, of course, you have this phenomenon of Donald Trump coming up saying that he's been robbed even before he one, there's no evidence that there has been cheating, and two, nobody's actually won yet, so nobody's been robbed of anything or gifted. So we're living in very strange times, you know. It's easy to sort of get used to this and say, "Wow, that's Trump." But when was the last time in the history of the world that somebody came out and claimed victory before the counts were finished, and then said that there was cheating, officially cheating, right while it's still being counted with no evidence? Crazy stuff, huh? But that's the kind of world we live in right now. The only thing that keeps that in balance for everybody is Free Plug Friday. Really, that's the only thing that keeps everything sort of from imploding, and that's why we bring it to you right now. So X, what you got in the box there, X? You got anything?
Hi, Tito James. We actually have a lot in store once again, but before we go there, I just want to say hi to all the Titoclockers. Welcome to another edition of Friday. All right, feast your eyes on the screen. Tito James, Free Plug Fridays wouldn't be complete if we didn't start off with a fresh cup of coffee.
They wouldn't be complete. Not just Free Plug Friday, any day. You
Yeah,
need coffee
actually,
to get that engine started.
That's
Yeah.
true, Tito James. So Normatic Barista and Coffee Clothing is the brainchild of two siblings who happen to be a barista as well, and they decided to turn it into what it is now.
Pivot.
Pivoting 101. All right, so they sent us some Barako beans, coffee drip, and even a shirt as well, like the one that you're wearing.
Nice, I like it.
How cool is that, right, Tito James? Like, which one did you try among the two that they sent over?
The Barako. I've always wondered, and you know what? I'm gonna. I think that's a great name, right? Think about it.
It's actually a great name, Tito
Phil,
James.
know what?
All right, guys, hope you can check them out on Facebook and Instagram, Normatic Barista Coffee and Clothing. Next, we go to Garuda Philippines. Garuda Philippines is actually an Indonesian restaurant located in Makati that not only offer cooked dishes but also have sambal mera, which is also known as their red chili paste.
Sambal, like that's deadly stuff.
Yeah, it is.
Usually use that a lot in Malaysian cooking. It's also
Yeah,
an
a lot.
Indonesian thing. Oh, that's so nice. Oh, look at that.
Look at that,
That
Tito
is
James.
going to turn any chicken into a party.
Anything. Actually,
Anything.
anything.
Nice.
So sambal mera is actually vegan. It's 100% halal and 100% gluten free.
That's good news
That's
because
great
it's so hard for vegans to find vegan food and halal food.
That's true.
It's sometimes it's just so if you can get something tasty, nice.
Better get this right. Price starts at 195 pesos. Hope you can check them out on Garuda Philippines on Facebook and Instagram. Next, Tito James, of course, Sushi Bake.
Sushi Bake.
Sushi Bake has never gotten out of style ever since.
No, Sushi Bake's become like the solid version of coffee, right? It's a daily prerequisite now. And Ubichi's found this out.
That's
but
true,
you can't get enough of them if they're good.
Especially this one. So
This one's the one with the kani.
yes, Tito
Ah,
James,
yes.
Black Rose.
Oh,
Black
Black
Rose.
Rose.
Yeah, Black Rose and name of the company, and Black Crow offers baked sushi that is fully loaded and yet it's homemade with layers of Japanese rice, tamago, kani, cream cheese, Black Crow, and ikura. I can just imagine how thick that is, saying all those ingredients, right?
Hashtag Black Row matters. It's so good. And I love the kani part because the kani was so, they're so medyo nagtitipid normally.
But
Every
this
time
one,
you get kani, right, it's like there's just always this little game going on, right?
yeah. But
Hey,
this
hold
one
back.
is-
No,
no,
this is
this
thick.
one
This is thick.
went all out.
All
All
out.
chips are
All down.
chips. All chips are in. That's it.
Crab mentality, but in a good way.
In a good way. Alright, it's definitely something I've ever tried before, and price was at 850 pesos for the classic tray that's good for two that they say, but it's actually good to up to even 4 people, Tito James, because I know that your family actually enjoys
Yes, I know. And, they are sushi connoisseurs. So, if they gave it the stamp, it's good.
The stamp is
Especially
sealed.
Sarah.
Oh, she did. Wow, awesome. Guys, hope you can check that out. The Black Crow on Instagram and Facebook. Right, next let's talk about a classic, Tito James. Classic is classic like someone like you. I'm kidding. It's right.
That's a nice way of saying old, but anyway, where you getting that? Come on.
Right, we have Tom Sawyer's old-fashioned crispy chicken. Oops.
Okay, I don't mind being compared to that because that is a classic, and Titos are classic, and nobody can tire fried chicken. Like I said in the post, it's one of the few things that unite us. Like
Exactly.
Samari Chan, right?
Samari Chan.
Exactly, fried chicken. We can finally all agree on something. So it's just a different, slightly different take on it, but it was really yummy. They sent some over, and they're raffling some today. Yes.
Yes, guys.
Party packs.
A party pack, so you guys can try their crispy, juicy, tender.
I hope they included the sidings because they had I don't know, they had these cornbread things and all that.
Oh yeah, those
All
are
right,
pretty good.
in.
All right, guys. Hope you can check them out. They're raffling off party boxes in 90s, 15 and 21 pieces. So how awesome is that? Leave your comments in the
Comment box, I guess. That's where they go. That's why they call it that.
Hope you can check them out. Tom Sawyer's old-fashioned crispy chicken on Facebook and Instagram. Last but not least, let's head to dessert. So Banananas by Jamie is actually a homemade.
Is it like a take on the band Bananarama?
Yeah, I think so, but it has more na-na-na.
Okay, so it's
Banananas. Banananas is a homemade banana pudding, come in different flavors such as the classic banana, salted caramel, and chocolate hazelnut. I saw Daniel thoroughly enjoying all of these,
It was for the first time I wasn't fighting with Rocket over food. It was I had to fight for Daniel, but then Rocket was also,
Also inserted himself.
whatever fell on the floor. He was waiting for whatever came off the table, right? So I mean, it's a good strategy. But I gotta say, very nice dessert, and I would say rank them the Nutella one or the hazelnut one,
Hazelnut.
then the caramel, and then the original in terms of just deliciousness because it's
Same.
really good. Banana and chocolate are just a match made in heaven.
It's divine. It's divine. It's like there's a party in your mouth ongoing the moment you have a scoop of it.
There's peace on earth, put it that way. As soon as you put banana and chocolate together, it's peace on
All
earth.
right, guys. Well, guys, hope you can check them out. Banananas by Jamie on Facebook and Instagram. Well,
You know what? They should try saying that while they have 3 scoops of that pudding, and then try and say, no.
It's like a challenge. All right, guys. Well, that's all we have for this week's edition of Free Plug Friday. Stay safe and drive for now, Titoclockers. Peace out. Happy weekend. Bye.
Woohoo! You guys are still very hungry. Are you hungry? You're probably hungry, and I don't blame you because Free Plug Friday is designed to get that effect. This is basically our commitment to small businesses that are trying to get back on their feet, especially after all this economic shutdown. And it's just our little, small, tiny little way of helping out. So if you have a small business and you want to sort of kickstart it again, and you don't have the budget for advertising or anything like that, just pop a message to X over on Instagram. Make sure it's on Instagram because you'll get kind of messed up with the if you put it on Facebook, you're going to be mixed up with the traffic stuff and all the car related stuff, and we get literally hundreds, sometimes thousands of messages on Facebook. So the safest place, Instagram, Deaconitis, that's Deacon with an I-S. Sounds like a disease like tinnitus or something like that, but it is just, you look for that and then pop your message in. X will take care of everything, and then we'll help produce something for you, and it'll be at zero cost to you. because that's how we want to do it. But of course, first come, first serve, right? I mean, a lot of people lining up for Pre-Plug Friday. So send your stuff or get in touch with X as early as you can if you want something there. And that's wraps up this Pre-Plug Friday. And so now we are into the main meat, right? We've had the entree, we've had the little canapes. Now it's in for the main course. And for that, we have our guests for today. We have from Blade Auto Center, we have Robertson Tan, and we'll be talking about their new movie, which I was able to plug earlier, which is what I find very fascinating is not just a movie, but has been used as a very clever way of marketing. So please welcome to the show, Robertson Tan.
Hi, James.
Robertson.
Hi, Tito. Hi, Tito.
Hi, it's all right. Well, let's. We also have you brought some of your actors as well. Ang ganda naman ng background mo. Ano ba yan?
Oh, thank you, James. I really
goodness.
prepared for your show, James.
Well, I think maybe you had professional directing and producing for this. I think you got your movie guys in to do your Zoom.
We got a little help. It's an overkill Zoom version.
I thought I was okay now with my setup. Now I'm all of a sudden very conscious.
Oh wow!
Well, Robertson, you said you bring in some of your we have some of your actors coming in as well, right? So I'd like you to be the one, if you can, to introduce Jal first, and then followed by Hasna.
Oh,
would you take care of that?
First of all, James, thank you very much for making us a part of your show. Our movie will be coming out next week, and I'd like to introduce you guys to the main stars of our movie, Good Times Bad. None other than Hasna Cabral of Pinoy Big Brother, and also Jal Galang.
Hi, James.
Hello.
Hi. Wow. This is the first time we've had 4 on the screen on Titoclock, so it's a big moment for us. Historic, actually. Welcome to the show, guys. Firstly, let's start with the movie. All right, let's get that part out of the way because you're launching that on 11/11. Is that a Lazada thing? Because it sounds like it. By 11/11.
No, we thought of the date so that it can be something catchy. After you add to cart, go to YouTube and watch our movie.
Robertson, I've always admired your marketing mind. It's been you always think outside the box. I've we've been friends for a while. I've seen how you run Blade, and you're always this is not the first time you've done a movie. Before we get into the marketing side, I want to get into the movie side. What is this movie about?
Maybe I let Hasna take the stage now. She's our big star here.
Oh wow! I think both of us, Joel and I. Well, this movie is about 2 people who lost their loved ones, and they're totally strangers to each other. And because of a thing they've been looking for, like I'll be playing the role Gio De La Rosa. Jal Galang will be Janus.
Paraiso.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a toolbox. My father's toolbox was stolen. His mom's suitcase was stolen too. So we're chasing this thief who stole important things that reminds us about people we've lost. So it's a good movie, interesting movie. What's really nice is that we Filipinos are used to love story, but this one is totally different. I'd say it's actually a hate story. Am I right, Jal? Help me out. The film is really difficult to explain.
It's kind of action-packed and more on misadventure type of movie rather than a romantic movie. So I find doing it exciting and a bit tiring. Yeah.
Was this movie shot or done during COVID, during lockdown? I mean, did part of it be done then?
We leveled up the challenge, James, because throughout the pandemic, everybody's locked down and very difficult to do or move around. We made it a challenge to ourselves to comply with all the filmmaking requirements. We did all the safety tests. We did COVID tests on every shooting day, just to make sure that we're able to deliver something to the audience at home while they are on lockdown or while they are bored and already finished the Netflix list.
When did you come up with the idea for the movie? Did you come up during lockdown, or you had this idea pre-lockdown and thought, oh well, we got to pump it out. There's no question about it. Which came first?
Oh, the idea came first actually. We were just caught in the middle of the lockdown, wherein we had to pause and stop the production, and finally we said we cannot wait any longer. It's the 16th anniversary of Blade Auto Center, and we really wanted to give something to our customers. So we just made it a point to just ram through it and make it done. And this is what the product will be on November 11.
Who would you think would be the target audience for this movie? Who are you looking at? Teens, moms? Do you have a specific market?
It's a story for people who are lost, and who have parang who feels that everything, the whole world is against them. Basically, we're looking at millennials and the youth, the teens, to be enjoying the film more. Yeah.
Hey, that's not you, is it, Has? Is that you?
Yeah, that's me. Interesting, right? It's my first time to wear,
You got a long hair
a blonde
there.
wig on a film. Yeah.
My hair is super long.
Yeah. And is that a wig or a dyed or
Yeah,
what?
it's a wig. It's a wig.
It's a wig. It's a wig. What were some of the greatest challenges you guys had as actors and well, even producers? What were the biggest ones filming under lockdown?
Do the
Chal?
honor, Joel.
Yeah.
For me, the challenges for me that I encountered during the shooting was mostly about the scenes. It's some of the scenes are really draining, but it's part of acting, so we really need to like push ourselves to give our best every scene. So and at the end of the day, parang you're gonna feel naman na it's worth it. Parang worth it of all the sacrifices during from morning until morning the next day. So it's like that. It's always like that.
So it's more in the acting, but not necessarily because of the COVID restrictions, etc.
It also has challenged us because for me personally, I was thinking twice of doing the shooting outside, but this was like long overdue already. So we really need to push through with the project even if there's this pandemic, and we just really need we observe naman all of precautions, so uh there.
James, we did the COVID test on every shooting
Yeah,
day. We have a
every day
standby
now.
nurse practitioner who is conducting all these tests, and
Mhm.
everybody is required to wear their face protection during the shoot. The whole
Yeah.
production team underwent the same test as well. No, medyo ano lang, the mobility is a bit difficult. Maraming mga areas we cannot go to, and
Yeah,
everybody
mostly
is taking extra
logistics.
caution,
Yeah.
during the shooting.
Okay. And was a lot of it filmed outdoors, or was it a lot could be done in studio?
A large part is outdoor, but
Outdoor.
although about maybe 40% of the film is indoors.
And you're able to get a studio for that. Okay, and what's the I mean, the last time you did a movie, you released it in the cinemas, etc. What was, obviously now we have a COVID situation, right? And cinemas aren't open. But did you release a digital only video
Oh,
beside that, or was it because of
yes.
reaction to the new restrictions?
Yes, James. After we made our first movie, which is Dito Lang Ako, that was 2018, and of course, James, you were part of that movie, and that movie it's very expensive to launch a movie in theaters. So we decided on our second film, which is the 12 Days to Destiny. We went straight to digital. We went straight to YouTube, and we found our niche. the the YouTube viewers enjoyed our movie so much that we hit, I think, 3.5 million views on our first digital film. After that, we decided to just bring the original theatrical movie also to YouTube, and that one garnered about 2.5 million views now. So this last April, I mean, we launched the continuation of the 12-day saga. We launched a part 1 and part 2 of the next 12 days, and both combined views now has over 2 million views now. Kaya parang it seems like this has been a niche that we can work on, and we were able to get a sizable amount of audience. Right now, our subscriber base grew to 90,000 already on YouTube, and we're very happy and we're very proud of that.
That's great for like a corporate account. That's a Blade. I'm assuming that's a Blade account.
Yes, that's Blade Auto Center on YouTube. Now has over 90,000 subscribers. Yeah.
This is what I wanted to spend some time asking you about, Robert. I mean, I'm sure obviously you have many reasons for doing this. One of them being it's a movie, and there are reasons to do movies. But you have really incorporated as part of your marketing strategy. How does it help your business grow? Is it just PR, or do you generate sales from this?
First of all, it's actually something very personal to me. I enjoy making films. I enjoy sharing stories, and I also understand that making movies it's a very, very tough business. So if I have nothing and I purely want to engage in filmmaking, it would be a very, very tough life. So I found a way to somehow incorporate it as a marketing strategy for Blade. Basically, we tell stories and we put in product placements or we put in brand placements, and it comes out to be a form of advertising then, rather than purely a movie. It's more of a commercial, a long commercial, rather than a pure movie in that sense. And that way, we were able to get viewers to enjoy, get hooked, and sometimes engage with the characters while promoting our brands, while promoting our products, but in a very subtle way, not in your face, as we do in common advertising.
That's what I find very clever. The way you've done it. I mean, we've seen micro versions of this. If you think about, let's say, the Jollibee, for example, they're great examples of this advertising, diba? Where they come up, but these are 3-minute clips. These are 5-minute clips at the most, right? So
Yes.
Is it an extension of that concept that, those ads work really well? Let's stretch it out to a full movie. Is that where it's coming from?
Ano siya, James? Look at it this way. If you come up with a commercial, you have to pay the TV networks to promote your movie, and usually these budgets run into millions. What we did was the reverse. We created the story, we uploaded it on YouTube, and because people got hooked, they are the ones promoting the movie for us. In fact, our movie is being pirated. You can buy it from Green Hills, you can buy it from Quiapo. They sell DVDs of our movies, which is kind of. I mean, we're not supposed to be happy when our movies are being pirated, but we ourselves feel happy, honestly, James.
I'm laughing because I've never met anyone happy to be pirated before, but it is. Imitation is the best form of flattery, as they say. May I ask you, what's your favorite part of the movie? What's your favorite part?
Favorite part? I have a lot. Maybe our audience should know that in this movie, Jal and I never smiled, never laughed. At the same time, my favorite part, because as an actress, it's very challenging. Imagine, you have to go on a party, have fun, but you're not smiling at all because they have, really dark act. They go through things, but they want to enjoy or overcome something. My favorite part would be in those times we were trying to overcome, as my character, we're trying to overcome our issues. We were really happy trying. Am I making sense? Yeah, that's it. There's a lot of punching, a lot of punching. The scene.
Running.
Yeah, a lot of running, getting lost. So hard, which I really like. But the entire script is great. The entire narrative is really good. You'll enjoy it. You'll get through it, especially now that we're going through a lot. This 2020 pandemic issues, it's going to be exciting and fun. You gotta watch it.
We're gonna look out for that. I'll ask you the same question, Jal. Do you have a particular favorite part of the movie?
My particular favorite part of the movie was mostly all the driving scenes. Parang parang my driving was practiced during this movie. Because
Talaga.
most of the scenes with me and Hasna were like driving through our different destinations for every scene. But it's just around, am I right? It's just around one subdivision only. So they made it look like we're in different locations, but it's just filmed around one big subdivision somewhere in the south. So
Okay,
there.
that makes that's cool, guys. All right. Well, with perhaps to leave Robertson, maybe with the final word, what would you like to leave people with, and what you want them to know?
Oh, please join us on our premiere night. That's 11/11/20. Good Times Bad, our new film project. I'm sure you guys will like it and enjoy it. Please join us. After you add to cart, please watch Good Times Bad, 11/11/20. On
You, you-
it's available for free on YouTube, the Blade Auto Center channel of YouTube.
awesome stuff. You got to get yourself one of those like Shopee bells, on Blade.
Yeah.
Shopee, ting, ting. That's so remind people.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming on the show. Pleasure to have you on. You all look great, and we look forward to the movie 11/11. It'll drop on the YouTube channel of Blade on YouTube. So check it out. It's absolutely free, so there's no reason to pirate na. Okay? Wala na. It's free na.
Free.
Yeah, alam
Thank
mo,
you.
you're really doing something incredible because we're pirating free stuff. Okay, so thanks, guys. Has and Jal and Robertson
Thank you.
for coming on
Thank
the show.
you.
So
Thank you,
we had
James.
direct for a while, but we lost her. I don't know, maybe her connection cut out. I could see her backstage in the beginning, but please extend our thanks to her and congratulations and good for you
Thank you
Thank
guys.
very
you.
much, James. Thank you very
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
Bye,
All
James.
right, bye guys. Okay, well that was pretty cool, wasn't it? I mean, coming up with a pandemic, a movie in a pandemic, but what I found very interesting, which we just touched on a little bit, was how Robertson has managed to sort of use this from. I guess I'm not sure if we got the question or you heard the question correctly, but about the Jollibee, it's yes, it follows the same format when you do this advertising. We're not talking about the commercials that they do; those are great. We're talking about the YouTube versions, 3 to 5 minute ones, where it's a sad story about something and very touching, and then it ends with Chicken Joy, right? This is similar to that, but on a longer scale or much larger scale, and a full feature movie. But it's designed also to engage the audience with their brand using stories and characters. And I thought it was quite nice. I mean, it's part of. I wouldn't call it a pivot per se because he's been doing this even before, way before COVID. And as we even learned, even the digital release of the video was already planned way before COVID. It had nothing to do with the fact that the theaters are closed now. But you're just creating a whole new market for your brand, and you're creating a whole new pathway for engagement. And I think that's something that's always worth applauding when people do that and people adjust, because it just makes us learn, right? The world is moving so fast, and if you stay still, you're just going to get left behind. Evolve or die, as they say. And this is a tough business, as Robertson said, a very tough one. But if you know exactly what you want to do and what you need to do, and you're driven and committed, you'll be able to get ahead of the competition. So congratulations to everyone there, Blade, and of course those behind the production for that. Now we have a problem. Problem is Rocket. He's like just I don't know. Okay, I have to physically get it because he's a spoiled little because we're gonna get complaints. Rocket ship, you have been in demand today. People have been asking about you, rocket ship. Look over there. Oh, he's oh no, he's looking for his mom. Oh, there you go, Rocket. We got lots of things to raffle off today, right? We got Tom Sawyer's chicken. We've got what else we got? We got the winners of the PPE. We've also got greens from the south. It's pretty cool, right? How about what? No, look at him. Oh, he's tired, you know, because he went for a walk today, and he's had a lot of visitors. Like I said, the boys are in the other room there, and they were just chilling out with Rocket and playing with him. And I think he's all puffed out. I really think that they've worn him out with all the games and all the little letting him bite and all that kind of jazz. So these are the PPEs, and that's going to be raffled off as well. We've also got those are really cool. I've been wearing them now. I don't actually go out of the place wearing the PPEs, but if you are one of those who has to, it's kind of cool. It looks better than those, you know, very medical looking PPEs. If you want to look a little somehow fashionable. Oh, he's licking, huh? Oh, there he is. Oh, look at him, Rocket. Rocket, why are you so malambing today and you're so quiet? Everyone's asking what's going on. Here he is. Okay, so X, let's pull up the first raffles if you can. Hands up. No, she's stressing out there in the back. Okay. Well, everyone can see you. Okay, there you go. There's the stress hand. So Rocket over here is licking my fingers because he sees the Tom Sawyers on the screen. And he's like, I could do with a little bit of that. Okay. Well, I can tell them about the microdata stuff while you're doing that. How about that? All right. So, ooh, the breath, Rocket. My gosh. So what we did, I worked with a company the other day called Microdata, and they were basically, I solved the problem that I've had for so long since the beginning of Titoclock. You know, I've always had this drama with sound and all that. Well, I just got one of these over here. This thing here is it's really awesome. This is all I broadcast on now. It hasn't quite got, of course, the richness and texture and depth of the, you know, the Rode microphone that I would use before, the professional one, but it just plugs in USB plug and play, and it doesn't get much easier. Honestly, it has the speaker sound, which is crystal clear. So and of course it has its own cut loops or whatever they call those things so that you don't get feedback. It's got 3 microphones around that can pick up all around the room. So even if I'm moving a little bit away, it usually adjusts a little bit for that. And I thought that was really nice to have if you do a lot of video conferencing or teleconferencing. It really is clear because it's so dedicated. Like I said, it's not quite, you know, professional broadcast quality in terms of richness and depth like a radio sort of voice. But if you're doing voice, you just want to be clear, you want to do videos, you want to do a podcast like this without actually getting any dramas and all that, without having to worry about the headphones and all that kind of jazz, this here is the perfect one to be using. They also put a cast machine over in the back there, but we put it downstairs. So I can't show you live exactly what it looks like. But the difference between this casting machine, when I say casting, I'm talking about your phone, right? When you come into, let's say, your studio and your meeting, and anyone from your wants to show something from their phone, you just cast on the screen. Now there's Apple TV, there's Google Chrome, Chromecast, should I say, and a bunch of other products that are available. The difference when you go up like to a professional level like this, and I just tried this out the other day when I was doing a gig, is they allow you to cast, but you can cast, let's say, if you have one guy on Android and one guy on Apple in the same room, you can both cast to the same screen at the same time and split it. It's really kind of cool. So you can actually have multiple phones being cast on the screen, and it was kind of really cool. So I just thought I wanted to share that because it's kind of far and high end. Like it's not the kind of thing that you probably use in your home, or you could. I mean, I have it downstairs in the actual studio, but it's just made life a lot easier for me, especially this octopus looking voice thingy, whatever you call it, teleconferencing thing. And so Rocket, are you ready? Is Rocket's mom ready? That's the most important thing. All right, So I don't do anything because I actually have raffle music here this time. Ready? Everyone, rock. All right, Rhea, you are that's the green from the goes to Lubel Santos, the South Pack, Anthony Australia. Yeah, great. Who else you got? Whip, and that's the 9 piece. I think we got up to 15 or 21 pieces. Peter, isn't it ironic? Congratulations, guys. All right. Yeah. Well, that's pretty much wraps up the the broadcast today. We got our raffles out of the way. We got the news out of the way. We got Free Plug Friday out of the way. Who's following the elections? That's so weird. My God, I'm like hooked on it. Like I'm trying to watch, those noontime shows of Who is the Father. That's for me what it's become. I don't know how you guys feel about it, but this whole situation that's going on there, it's breaking my heart because it kind of feels like you're watching America's kind of become a noontime reality show, like those Geraldos or those Jerry Springers. I don't know if you ever remember those types of shows, but where they have the scandalous types of things, hey, you caught you cheating, and then they shove the microphone in the mouth of the whatever, or this is not your father, and that's what it's become, and it's really sad because there's obviously far more to the U.S. than just that, but that's what's coming through. That's what's breaking through, because that's the noise that has been rewarded, I guess, in many ways, and that's part of why I don't. What really makes me feel about the Philippines, I don't want this to become us. I see a pattern always forming that. Usually what happens in the US after a while, we tend to follow that because it's just how it's always been. And what I've seen with the way democracy's been kind of taken for granted maybe in some ways or abused in other ways, and now everyone's so divided, and a lot of that's coming down to social media. All the reports are coming out, and it's very, if you watch the videos and you understand the design of social media, it will be no surprise to you what's going on in the US right now. And my heart goes out to those who are, there and, obviously not happy about the situation. You've got potential riots happening soon because of all this, you're already throwing a lot of gas on a very, very explosive situation when you start calling that your elections are rigged, but you don't actually offer any either evidence or even an example of what you mean by why is it rigged. These are just things that are going out on Facebook and stuff. You have no actual intelligence saying that. I'm not saying both sides, right? So nobody's won yet, nobody's lost yet, but it's just crazy times. So let's hope we don't get to the stage where we all just let ourselves get so consumed by, our voices. And this is what social media does. It gives everyone a voice to the point where nobody listens anymore because everyone's talking at the same time. This is what makes us feel so very special about Titoclock. We created this little space. Even now that we're exiting sort of the strictest part of the pandemic and lockdown, I can still see and feel the same culture that's being bred or has been bred throughout this pandemic. And I still see the same bunch of people here 7 months later. And nothing makes my heart swell more than that, because you got so many choices, so many options to go for, and yet you still come here every Friday, 5 to 6 p.m., and spend some time with us, even if it's just relaxing, if it's just, we just keep it light, throw a few prizes in, throw a dog in, and just have a little bit of fun. So on behalf of Rocket, we wanted to say thanks for joining us. Be kind to one another and wash those hands. Bye, Rocket. Bye, guys.
Fancy meeting you in my internet. Couldn't help but notice your smile, while everybody else around us is surfing about. Can we just stop and chat a while? Get away from these gray and boring, lonesome days of our quarantine. Early yet to say what lies ahead. It's just the first day of the rest of our lives. Love could be waiting at the end of this quarantine. Let's stop and talk a while. Let's stop